We have a question from our friend Abraham Lincoln. Oh, by the way, it's Ramsey Dewey over here in Shanghai, China. Welcome to another edition of Q&A with the Coach. If you have questions, just leave them down in the comments below. Also, it helps boost the visibility of this video and my other videos on YouTube. If you leave more comments and have more interactions and push all the buttons and whatnot, that would be neat. But if you don't, I don't care. Abraham Lincoln, Mr. President, has a question. Hey there, Ramsey, I hope you're doing well. I have yet another question unrelated to martial arts. My last one was about my dying cat. I remember that. Who since made a complete recovery. That's awesome. That is fantastic. I'm glad your dying cat did not die. This time, I come to you with a problem that many men are facing. The inescapable dread of balding. The dread of balding? Balding's awesome, dude. Why are you dreading going bald? It's great. It's fantastic. You save so much money on shampoo. Speaking of which, it's about time to give myself a haircut. Got to do this once in a while. Sorry, this is going to take a little while. Okay, done. Now, where were we? Let's read the rest of this question. I imagine this wouldn't be hitting me nearly as hard if only I were in my 40s and not 19 years old. My hair's been rapidly abandoning me for a year or so, and my self-esteem along with it. I'd appreciate any tips and tricks you have for accepting balditude. Thank you in advance. All right. Abraham Lincoln, Mr. President, you're going bald at the age of 19. Well, guess what? 20% of human males go bald by the age of 20. 40% are bald by the age of 40. 60% by age 60, and so on. So it's not that uncommon. Now, I get it. I get it. When you're young, you feel like you're going to have this lovely, wafting head of hair for the rest of your life, billowing in the wind, making all the girls swoon. Oh, he's so fast and dreamy. Look at that hair. He's like a shampoo model. Swoon. And now all those hopes and dreams have been dashed with the onset of androgenic alopecia. Well, fear not, my friend, because hair is overrated. Hair is stupid, man. Hair's lame. It's lame. It is. It is. You're afraid of being different. You're afraid of standing out in the crowd, which is a fairly universal fear. People are afraid of standing out. It's one of the reasons it's kind of hard to start a martial arts class for a lot of people, to start a new one. Because you'll usually only get a couple of people to come to your class at first. And new students will come in all the time, but they'll see like, oh man, there are only a couple of people here. Maybe this isn't a very legit place. I'm just going to go. And then they don't come back. But if you have a bunch of people in that room, new students will come, and they're going to be a whole lot more likely to sign up. Why? Why? Because they don't want to stand out like a sore thumb. Because they realize, whether they want to admit it or not, that if they're in a room of 5 other people, they're going to stand out. They're going to get singled out. People will see them. And if they're in a room of 20, 30 people, not so much. A lot of women in makeup, this is a really interesting case because women wear makeup for essentially 2 reasons. And we can assign a lot of other reasons, but 2 that I'm going to tell you about. 1, to make themselves stand out in a certain way from a normal, non-enhanced human face, but 2, to make themselves look like everybody else who's wearing makeup, so that they don't stand out at all. Weird, right? You stand out to not stand out. So what's hair? It's makeup for your head. Basically, yeah. It's makeup for your head, and you don't need it. It's a bunch of crap, man. You don't need hair. How do you accept it? Well, it was pretty easy for me. When I was a kid, my older brother, who's 9 years older, went bald, and I was like, oh, well, that's kind of shocking. He went bald pretty early, in his early 20s. I guess that's going to happen to me, so I was prepared years in advance, almost a decade in advance. That's going to happen to me in about 9 years. That's going to be me. That's going to be my life. And so it spared me the aggravating journey that a lot of men go through, where they worry for decades, am I going bald? Am I losing my hair? Oh no, it's slowly receding. Skip that noise, just shave it off and embrace it. Love yourself, man. Love your scalp. It's great. It's awesome. But if you're walking around in dread and fear, thinking, oh no, my hair, my baldness, boo-hoo, everyone is going to be looking at what you're looking at. And if that's what you're focusing on, that's what other people are going to be focusing on. So get focused, my friend. Thanks for watching. Now get out there and train.